Project Zomboid is one of those games with a ton of things you can do and a ton of things you can loot. If you don't prioritize, you can quickly find yourself overburdened, and that's a sure way to speed up getting killed. Here's a list of things you'll need early on. First is food. At first you can rely on fresh food until you loot all of it or until it rots. Then you will need to move on to canned food. For that you will need to find a can opener. You can find food and can openers in houses, but also look for gas stations, grocery stores, and other stores full of food and raid them as soon as possible. You will also need a water bottle. If you have a full water bottle, your character will automatically drink from it, and you can refill it from any source in the future. You can also pick up water containers, which can include things like cups, bowls, buckets, and set them out to collect rain. Just remember to boil any rainwater. Third, you need a weapon. While you can fight in a limited way without a weapon, chances are you aren't going to last very long. At first, your options are likely to be a rolling pin or skillet, but you can find everything from metal pipes to axes to baseball bats and other things to help you on your journey. I recommend you avoid guns as they are difficult to use, especially unless you take a profession that gives you better proficiency in aiming, such as the police officer profession. They are loud, and managing ammo can make your time very difficult. You can find weapons all over, so keep an eye out. To repair your weapons and tools, you will need duct tape or adhesive tape, and you can find these in houses and offices. Next, you will need torn up rags. There are bandages in the game, but chances are you won't find enough to take care of your wounds. You can rip up many kinds of clothing and make makeshift bandages, which you can apply to your wounds. You can remove them and wash them later once they get dirty. You can take these out of closets and homes or straight off zombies. Speaking of medical supplies, you will need as much as possible if you tend to survive in the long term. You can find everything from bandages to medicines to materials like things you can use for sutures. Take them as long as you have room, especially the less common items. You can find these in houses, medical offices, and the fire department. To carry all these things, you will need a bag. Your character can wear certain bags on their body, such as a backpack and a fanny packs, but others, such as trash bags, will need to be carried in your offhand. You'll want to look out for the former, but you can be reduced to using improvised bags in the short term. Just know that if you have a bag in your offhand, you'll need a weapon that only needs your main hand. You'll also lose bags if you go over fences, and chances are they'll belong to the zombies after that. Next, look for tools. These include the wood axe, screwdriver, saw, and trowel. Trowels in particular seem hard to find, so pick one up anywhere you can find them, such as in garages and hardware stores. You will need one to create furrows in the ground so you can create a farm in the future. A wood axe will allow you to cut down wood and create logs, which can be sawed into planks with the saw. You'll need wood for fires and barricading your house, among other things, so having a wood axe or another axe will be helpful. You can find them in garages and firehouses, and did you know you had to use for the following foraging items? Tree branches, chipped stones, and ripped sheets. They can be used to create a rudimentary axe as well. You can get the first two items by foraging, and you can create sheets from the same materials as you can create ripped up bandages. Hammers will be needed for disassembling things in your office, creating barricades, and putting up an escape rope. A screwdriver is used for upgrading weapons and assembling electronics, and hammers and screwdrivers can be found in houses, garages, hardware stores, and others. One of the things that you can disassemble with the screwdriver is digital watches. You will need one digital watch to know the date, time, and temperature, but keep the rest that you can find, because with the screwdriver you can break it down and get electronic scraps. The last group of things you'll need to get started are a TV, VHS tapes, books, and magazines. Early on, you can watch the TV at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. to get bonuses towards XP with cooking or carpentry for the next time you want to practice those skills. You can also find VHS tapes that your character can watch for more XP options. To go along with TV shows and tapes, you can find books. Specifically, you can double up on your XP bonuses if you find carpentry and cooking books. You can also find other books and magazines to help with various skills such as trapping, farming, and mechanical. You will find different level books to read based on the levels you already have. You can also find individual magazines that can teach you how to create more cooking recipes and do things like use a generator. If you don't have time to read a book at the moment, take it with you, and you can read it before you go to sleep once you find somewhere safe to hold for the night. You can find these all over households and schools, post offices, and even mailboxes. These are the basic items you will need to get through the beginning of your game. I will have other videos on what you will need for farther into your game and other how-to videos for Project Zomboid. Please keep an eye out for my other videos and like and subscribe. See you next time.